Hey guys, this is your pick a card reading for the Supermoon Lunar Eclipse that is happening tomorrow, September 17th. So this is going to we're going to do a collective reading just to get a collective energy read on the energy that the eclipse is bringing towards us. And then we'll do our 3 options. Now, this eclipse is going to be activated in the nodal signs of Virgo and Pisces. Virgo being your mundane, everyday energy, your career, your family life, your money. And then Pisces, being ruled by Neptune, is going to be in the energy of your spirituality. Pisces is deeply spiritual, deeply psychic. So you're going to have these 2 energies, very polar opposite energies, because that's what the nodal signs is, the north and the south nodes of your birth chart. So they're polar opposite energies kind of coming into play with one another and bringing. This is why eclipse energy, it can be chaotic, because it is opposite energies kind of colliding in the moment of the eclipse. So we're going to be looking at things that we may need to release from our life, our mundane life, and the things, you know, deeply held spiritual beliefs. It could be dismantling religion that we need to release from our spiritual life. So whatever the case may be that our readings bring out, eclipses are all about transformation. They are about releasing and letting go, and they are about bringing in brand new timelines, new way of thinking, new way of doing things. Bottom of the deck, practice gratitude in Sagittarius. So the cards that we have for our collective reading is Shine, Take a Breather, Make Time for Self-Love, and Embrace the Flow of Life. So I feel like this energy of the eclipse is bringing to us the opportunity to really change and embrace a new way of life. There's a lot of, you know, making time for self-love, taking a break, going within. A lot of this is Pisces energy, Cancer, water sign energy, really reflecting on our intentions. And I feel like that's what Spirit has been really calling on us to do with this energy. Why are you here? Why are you in your spiritual journey? Are we stuck? You know, are we getting stuck in the in-between of kind of balancing out our ordinary everyday Virgo energy and our spiritual energy of Pisces? If so, I feel like it's now time to really step into our power by going within and really doing the work and the thing is that you got to do the work. Is to really do the work and do the self-care and the self-love and really find out who we are as a collective, because that's the only way we're going to be able to get on the right path. I feel like too many people are stuck in that Virgo energy where we are worried about our careers, we're worried about our family, we're worried about our money, and we're not really in our spiritual walk for what we're supposed to be in it for, and that's spiritual. So I feel like this energy is really telling us it's now time to go with the flow of life, the flow of the universe, to get in alignment with the universe. We're going to have to really go in and do some self-reflection and some self-love work. We're going to have to take a breather, take some time out. Meditation could be amazing during this time, especially if you're a mutable sign, which is Virgo, Pisces, Sagittarius, and I believe Aries. Is it Aries? I believe it's Aries. If you're a mutable sign, look it up. You're going to be affected by this heavily. And so I feel like once you've gone in and you got very clear about why you're in your spiritual walk, and when you're walking in that truth of Pisces, that your Piscean energy, then you'll be able to go into this new Leo energy, which is taking action, that fire energy, taking action and really getting yourself on track to move forward. So let's go ahead and get into our collective tarot. What does the collective need to know with this energy that is coming with the supermoon eclipse? Okay, so we got a lot of major arcana right out the gate, which is heavy spiritual energy. Okay, so this eclipse is bringing you the ability to really kind of move forward and step into a higher realm of spirituality, a higher realm of being, with the Emperor card at the bottom. Emperor is the pinnacle of all four kings. I always tell you guys, in the queen, the idea gives birth, and the king, that idea that has been brought to birth will actually find action. And so if the Emperor is the pinnacle of all four kings, you have just aligned yourself with all the attributes that each king has in order to become the Emperor. And that Emperor stands head and shoulder above all kings in the deck. So we are being called higher, and the Hierophant is also showing us that. Now I will say this, excuse me, this eclipse energy is bringing us an opportunity to do a deeper dive in our healing, our spiritual healing, because you have the Hierophant flanked by the Star card. And so with those two energies together, again, the Hierophant is the masculine end of spirituality, and the Star card is that deep emotional. Again, you see the rivers flowing, the child, kind of watering the ground. It's that deep inner knowing. It's going back to our childhood. It's going back to our roots and kind of unearthing all the hidden truths about our spirituality, and allowing that to kind of grow and develop into that foundation of the Hierophant. So we do have some very deep healing coming, and that, like I said, that calls into action the Pisces side of the lunar nodes that will be activated. Now I will say this, for those who have not really been walking in their walk, those who have not really been practicing what they preach, those who have not really been here with the right intentions, but they may have gotten into their quote unquote magic with the intention of, or spirituality with the intention of being able to get in alignment with magic, to create and manifest a life that they want. Again, that is a byproduct of spirituality. That is not spirituality. Your real spiritual course is to connect. And I feel like a lot of people who have not really grown in their walk, there's still this Page of Swords, there's still an interest there, you're still maybe looking into it, researching, but you haven't quite stepped into it. You may find yourself shaken and overwhelmed by the fact that the timelines are here for you to have, but you're not ready to accept them. So we're being called to kind of, again, grow in our spirituality from the Page to the King, and accept an offer from the universe. Here you got the Ace of Pentacles, a solid offer of your spirituality. But not only that, not only what comes with that is, again, you're dealing with Virgo and Pisces, so you're going to be dealing with the mundane and the spiritual. So it's, this energy is going to be showing you a fine balance of how to bring those two things into alignment and have a balanced view of your spirituality. A lot of us, we do, and I've been cautioning you guys for weeks now, you don't have a balanced view of your spirituality. You got to be able to balance out family life with the sun, with our desires to be, again, here is the sun right here, to be with spirit. To be with our spiritual activations, because if you don't know anything about the sun is an activator. It activates our spirituality. We're getting a lot of solar flares at this time. That's what makes this energy even more heightened. Not only do we have a supermoon and we have a lunar eclipse, but we have solar flares, solar, geomagnetic storms that are here to do deep activations, and those activations are going to be calling on us to rise higher. Here you have three sets of cards that are talking about going higher. You have the Hierophant and the Star, which is telling you to reach higher. You have the Knight and the King telling you, the Knight growing into the King, telling you have to go higher. And again, the bottom of the deck, the offer, when you do go higher, you step into this Emperor energy. You step into this Emperor energy. It is not going to be without its discomfort for a lot of us, because like I said, a lot of us have been dragging behind. But when we do, it's going to be hella uncomfortable. When we do, that is when we're actually going to go. You may be feeling the sting of the Ten of Swords, but that Ten of Swords, the good side of the Ten of Swords, like I said, looking at it, you would feel like there's nothing good about this card. The good side of the Ten of Swords is this is the end. This is the end. Once you hit the 10, you get a brand new start, and that's what they're offering to us with these new timelines. This Ace of Pentacles, this is the hand of God offering you a brand new start. Should you pick up the mantle and do the work to ascend, and in the next 2 weeks of this eclipse season, you're going to be pushed to the limit to do so. So that is your collective reading for the eclipse. Now we're going to get into our 3 choices for your pick a card. Guys, if you chose option number 1, for the eclipse, pick a card. This is your reading. Let's see what this energy has for you. I will say right off the bottom of the deck, you guys are going to be looking more towards the Virgo side of this eclipse, because remember, the eclipse is coming in on the Pisces Virgo axis, and that Virgo side is going to be about the mundane, everyday, your life. Yeah, you guys could be bogged down right now with family, with life. We got 2 tens straight out the gate. And I feel like it's going to be maybe calling on you to, yeah, you guys could be my number one, my option number one. You guys could be going through some tower moments, loss of jobs, loss of income, maybe even loss of relationship, loss of family, walking away, deciding to walk away, to release things, But when we release things, again, like I said, in the collective, when we hit these tens, we know that the tens are that's the end of it. That's the end of what we're going through. We're being offered a brand new cycle once we decide to turn away. And it could be a relationship. That's what could be my number one, people. You guys could be holding on to a relationship, a marriage, a partnership that it has run its course. Or there's something that in your life major that has run its course, and you're being asked to let it go. But my feeling is, for the majority of you guys, it could be a relationship that you may have been questioning, should you walk away from, and Spirit is saying the time is now. With the Chariot card, it's time to walk away. It's telling you it's time to walk away. You guys, like I said, could be in the throes of divorce, or leaving behind a relationship, dismantling possibly even a family because of betrayal. And I feel like it's time to let the past go. Let all this stuff that you've gone through in the past, the heartache, the heartbreak, the betrayal, the hurt, let all this is some very heavy energy. And like I said, there are instances of you where it's not necessarily a relationship. It could be a career, it could be an idea, it could be also letting go. They just said also letting go of a fantasy. Some of you guys have fantasized the way your life is supposed to be, and it's panning out to be nothing like that. And you have to now accept that this is it. This is the way it is. We have to come out of the confusion and the fantasy and really get to reality. And you're being given brand new opportunities to move forward. Now, should you take these new opportunities and you make the decision to leave behind what no longer serves you, and to move forward with this Chariot card, you're going to have a lot of brand new energy coming. You got 2 pages, as well as the 2 of Cups, which is a soulmate connection. So you could be coming in contact with a soulmate, or even someone who will help guide you to the next level of newness in your life. So you do have the opportunity to bring in some new energy, should you let go of possibly, a family, a relationship, possibly getting rid of outdated family thinking, limitations, curses. Should you dive deep into doing the work of rejecting family curses, rejecting family patterns, and moving forward? Or like I said, for the majority of you, it feels like to leave a relationship, possibly, divorce or separation is on the horizon. It may, like I said, have you guys in a pattern of feeling very overwhelmed, very betrayed, very hurt. But once you get past that energy, there is light at the end of the tunnel. It clearly shows that there's light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to be willing to allow things to release. So during this eclipse season, the next 2 weeks, do not be surprised if a lot of things start to fall apart. I tell you guys all the time, it's not falling apart, it's falling into place. And that's what the energy of option number 1 is, that you might be in the throes of things falling apart. It could have been in the last 30 days, starting even 30 days ago, and your world is just kind of turning upside down. Nothing seems to be going right. Well, that is the universe telling you it is time for a change. The 10 energy is over, and you're being offered something brand new, something solid. So I would say this, really reflect on the things that you have in your life and your surroundings now that are no longer serving you, that no longer feel an emotional place in your life. And maybe those are the things you need to start taking care of and clearing. Number 2, or option number 2, this is your pick a card reading for our eclipse reading. Again, if you listen to the collective, we've got some major shifts happening, and we're being called to go higher in everything that we do, in our thinking, in our intentions, and in our actions. So let's see what this eclipse, the energy of this eclipse holds for you. Okay. I'm going to take these two first. And then I'm going to take that one. All right, let me straighten up the cards because I don't like messy cards. I do not like messy cards. Okay. So my option number 2, what I see is this. This eclipse is kind of ushering in blessings at the end of a long karmic cycle. What you don't see is that you've been recently kind of in a holding pattern. You guys are coming out very resistant. You could have possibly even walked away from a relationship. And I do feel like for the majority of my listeners, you could be single moms or single parents. And you might have had a very bad history and experience with relationships. And that's because it was a karmic, you were in the throes of a karmic cycle of, you know, falling in love, giving over your power, giving over yourself just to be betrayed. And I feel like a lot of you guys were in this cycle over and over and over again. And I feel like you're coming to the end of that. You're coming to the end of that because now your karmic reward is this. I feel like you've learned the lesson to value yourself, to stand back and allow people to show you who they are, and then you can determine should you go forward with it. You know, the 7 of Wands speaks about, you know, being on the defense, you know, having things come at you and then scrutinizing those and not being, you know, not giving into, you know, just allowing those things to overtaking you, but actually setting boundaries. You see, setting boundaries against those wands. And I feel like that's what part of the karmic lesson that you guys, my option number 2, had to learn, was to set a boundary. And you'll continue to learn this lesson. Sort of like being, you know, somebody who has an addiction or who is addicted to alcohol. You may not be practicing and you may not be drinking, you may not be indulging, but you will always carry those lessons around. And I feel like you are. The trick is, in order to get out of this karmic cycle and to get the rewards that are coming from learning the lesson of this karmic cycle, because like I said, what you don't see coming is you got 2 aces, you got temperance, you got the 2 of cups, and you got the 4 of wands. What you don't see coming in the moon card, which is interesting because like I said, tomorrow is a lunar eclipse, is that there is a new doorway of opportunity being presented to you to find love, to find possible marriage, a soulmate that's coming in that will actually give you the cup of love that you have been struggling, that you've been given to other people, that it will be finally given to you. So pile number 2, you guys, this eclipse energy, if you continue to learn these lessons and shed this outdated thinking that you have to be you have to overgive, you have to expend yourself, you have to give away your power, you have to forget who you are in order to be by somebody's side. If you could stand in your power and understand that you have value, you're going to bring in somebody who sees your value. So you guys have brand new love, and this love is a karmic reward. Now you're going to see this love come in within the next 6 months, from this eclipse season to the next eclipse season, early next spring. You're going to see this activation of new love, and it is new. It is somebody that you guys do not know, so please don't think that it's somebody coming back, because it is not. It is somebody brand new. But are you ready for this to come in? So I feel like a lot of you guys have been praying for this, but I always tell you guys, don't just pray for it. Look, I just saw 444 as I'm speaking. Don't just pray for it. Make space for it. Because again, I always tell you guys, be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. But the problem is if you get it and you're not prepared for it, you lose it just like that. So you guys have brand new love coming in as a karmic reward for learning hard fought lessons, learning hard fought lessons. Continue to shed those lessons and move forward. Be willing to move forward. All right, pile number 3, or option number 3. If you picked option number 3, this is your eclipse reading. This is what this eclipse energy, the supermoon lunar eclipse energy, is bringing to you tomorrow. Let's see what we got in store for my pile number 3. Okay. A brand new journey or brand new path with the Fool card. Yeah, pile number 3. You guys have been holding back. I feel like you guys have been holding back spiritually. Pile number 3, you guys always come out as my spiritual pile. Now, please, going forward, just because I said that, going forward, don't always pick number 3 because that might not be yours. Listen to your intuition. The reason why I love picking cards is because it forces you to use your intuition. So please don't say, well, I'm on my spiritual journey, let me always pick that card, because it might not be your story, okay? Might not be your messages. So just keep that in mind. But I will say this. I've made that observation that my pile number 3 is oftentimes highly spiritual. Highly spiritual. Okay. Let's unfold this. Let's unfold this. All right. So my pile number 3 people. I feel like you guys, my pile number 3 people, you have disengaged in the areas of love, and it could be because you've had heartbreak in the past. You've had heartbreak in the past, and so you might have disengaged from the idea of finding love and having love. And I feel like you guys, instead of, you know, kind of falling into, a lot of people, you fall in, you know, when they come into their spiritual journey, they fall under 2 paths. You either go for money and manifestation, or you want love, love, love. And I feel like my pile number 3 people, you might have been on the path to wanting to manifest love. And it might even have been obsessive in some capacities. The Queen of Cups can be a very obsessive person, emotionally attached person, when there's something that you wanted. So there could have been a relationship that had a real profound effect on you, and it has affected you. The loss of that relationship has affected you in the sense that you kind of went inward when it ended, and you haven't really been able to shake it off. And I feel like this eclipse energy is asking you to shake this off. Asking you to shake this off. I feel like you guys went full on into your spiritual journey because of this. It could have actually been the catalyst. The dissolution of the relationship or marriage could have actually been the catalyst for your spiritual journey. And I feel like you have gotten to the point where you're very independent with this 9 of Pentacles. You're kind of withdrawn, very independent. You're seeking your financial, your solace in your finances. And I feel like that's kind of where you've been. You've been in this. But pile number 3, you got to remember, a lot of us, we're coming into union with divine counterparts or people, soulmates that are here to offer us more, offer us something more. And I feel like you either went full on passion, and I feel like my pile 3, you either were the Queen of Cups or the Queen of Wands. And so you got to figure out where you kind of split the difference. Queen of Cups, like I said, is overgiving, is being obsessive about something. The Queen of Wands is really not being emotionally attached. And so I feel like my pile number 3, you've had to find the balance of balancing passion and emotion in order to find out who you are. And now what's coming into you possibly could be love, a union that will actually produce a very stable and grounded connection with this King of Pentacles energy. It will produce a family. It could produce a marriage and a family that will be very well off, because like I said, I feel like after you came out of that past relationship, you went full on into your spiritual journey, and part of your spiritual journey is to find your path. And when you find your path, you found your relationship to money may have increased. And now you feel like you have more to offer. But remember, material wealth has nothing to do with your spiritual worth. And so I feel like this person is going to help you to understand and to continue to deeply connect with that soul, that soul's mission. This person is part of your soul's mission. because you've been stuck. You've been stuck. Look at all these damn major arcanas that are coming out. You've been stuck for a long time, and I feel like now this person's going to come in and kind of recharge your soul's mission, and you guys are going to be able to go to the next level together. This is a fated connection that's coming in with the Wheel of Fortune, with the Four of Pentacles, with the Two of Cups, with the Hierophant, High Priestess. This person could be a spiritual counterpart to you, because like I said, my pile 3, you guys tend to be very spiritual. Well, this person will be very spiritual as well, and I feel like when you guys come together, you'll be able to create quite an empire together, a spiritual one that will feed, they just said feed the masses, kind of give birth to the masses. And I feel like you're going to get out of the Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands energy, and kind of merge those into both. You're going to merge those into two, and you'll become the Queen of Pentacles, the counterpart to this masculine that's coming in. So you guys have a relationship coming in, because Spirit is telling you no longer are you going to be focusing just on the money. You're going to be focusing on a connection that is destined to take things higher, to get you out of this stuck place. This eclipse energy is helping you to come in and shake up your foundation, to get you unstuck, to get you re-engaged back in love. You guys have been far too you went from being obsessed with a past love to being obsessed with your spiritual journey, or maybe even a spiritual career, you know, a spiritual business, things like that. And now you're being told, hey, somebody's coming in and you need to pay attention. So you have a brand new counterpart spiritually, that's the yin to your yang, that's coming in for you. Pile number 3.